it has been a very, very powerful political message. I think that when people come together and unite their voices, they really can stand up and make themselves heard, and that's what we've managed to do at Spirit of Shankly. The room we're in now, we're looking at photos of the exhibition and some of the photos of Spirit of Shankly's past, and Tom Hicks once referred to supporters as the noise, and this exhibition calls it the noise that refused to be dealt with, which is, I think, quite fitting. They expected that we'd all just go away, that as football supporters we'd come in, watch the match for 90 minutes and we'd go home, and we showed them that we wouldn't do that, that we've never been about that, and as Liverpool supporters and people from this city, that if we don't like something, we'll make it known to you, and that's what we've done to them, and ultimately we were successful in that.
As a photographer, I really wanted to capture it from a fan's point of view. You know, I knew with the likes of Hicks and Gillett, they had quite a lot of power. I thought it'd be interesting if we could get a fan's eye view of what was going on with the whole situation. You know, I say they do have a lot of power, and unfortunately the fans don't have much of a voice in the modern game.
The title of the exhibition is The Noise That Wouldn't Go Away, and I think as far as I'm concerned, when we set up the organisation, it was to fight for supporters' rights really, and for people going through the turnstiles. Obviously it's a multi-million-pound business, multimedia business now, but the business would be nothing without the ordinary football fans, and I think really the Spirit of Shankly carrying on now is an organised group of people who love the football club, who want to see the best for the football club, want to be able to have a voice for the fans in the street, the fans on the terraces. That's what we are, we're a voice for people on the terraces.
I'm very, very proud actually, very proud to see them all up as a body of work. I think they look really well together. More importantly, it shows that the union has more than one side to it.
You look around now, you can see how it grew and developed over a 3-year period. You know, the clubs, I'm sure, Liverpool, and I know Liverpool were the same, and it would happen elsewhere, would probably try and ignore it at first and hope it would go away, but certainly in this case it didn't.
As this exhibition says, they were the noise that refused to be dealt with, and that's what you do need. You do need somebody who will stand up for the supporters and for what the fans believe in. And they've done some great things. I mean, the Big Dig, the Independence Day, the list goes on, and especially the community work, which I think is vastly underrated, what they've done in the local area.
The one thing that we often get asked is what would Shankly say about this, and we have adopted his name. Fortunately, before we done that, we did speak to Canon Gill, who was Bill Shankly's granddaughter, and has wrote several articles and books about him, who said that he'd be quite proud of what we do. And you speak to people who knew Shankly personally, who say, the types of things we were doing is stuff that he'd be proud of. He often stood up against Liverpool Football Club. He often said to them, "No, I'm not happy with how you're doing this," and often won. And we as supporters, I think, have carried on many of them principles and ideals to say, no, we're not happy with how this is being done, and we're going to tell you about that, whether you like it or not, and shown that we can succeed in that. I think if, without speaking out of turn, if Shankly was here now, he'd probably be at the front of some of the protest marches and be quite interested in what we've done.